Listen, everybody. I know that it is really hard to listen to this game, but we're gonna give it one more shot, and we'll see how the story goes. If the story picks up, I think we can bear the voice acting and sort of the general clunkiness. If it doesn't pick up, we'll probably just drop it. I've also got my trusty controller here rather than the keyboard mouse. Let's see if that makes it a little less clunky, a little bit more bearable. 'Cause like I said, I do really want to enjoy this game.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Like, we're a detective on a mysterious island, and you can make choices that change the game. I mean, yeah, okay. So it's a little less clunky with the controller straight off the bat, I can tell you that. Although, can we increase our camera sensitivity? Yes, please. Jesus Christ. No, we're not going to invert stuff. Okay, those are our only options. Wonderful. Okay, that's a little better. Alright, so what's this little glowy thing here? Royal Jelly restores 2 effort point. You cannot carry more than 5. Press down on the D-pad to use it. So I notice on these games that are built for gamepads that they always have that little hold option. So just pressing A to accept, they have you hold it. What is up with that? I do not get that, and I do not approve of it. Is it just like people fat finger stuff too much?
May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet, delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Your skills give you access to unique choices and actions at the cost of effort points. The higher your skill level, the lower the cost is in effort points. Okay, so this is going to cost me some points. Have you found anything here? Are there any witnesses? Let's just try this out and see what happens.
Did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wooden part of the wall. Whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet.
Well,
I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see.
I mean, they are her
I know my
initials,
mother.
but is
the
it
kind
her
to go for a
handkerchief?
midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Okay, let me have the handkerchief. I'll take good care of it. Difficulty 0, logic level 1. I can't do these because they're locked. And they're all the same thing.
Give me the handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get here.
Yes, but...
Invited by your master.
No, of course, but...
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
I mean, you kind of went hard into that.
Sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. There is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Seemed like he would have just given. I mean, you didn't actually ask him.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother.
Indeed.
You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is.
I need to know what it is.
What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Dancing. Dancing and prancing. So, we want to explore the wharf, right? Because they said she was down here. So let's, before we go up to the upstairs area, let's go over to see what this stuff is. Open the gate.
It's locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
I'll never get it open bare-handed. What a dude, huh? Oh, I can't believe we're gonna have to take this journey with him.
It's like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Is that broken? I can't, like, broken?
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Hello. Can we break the lock with this, mayhaps?
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Contrary.
A sack of seeds.
I mean, this
It's
guy's
an
like
open.
if I was doing voice
No one
acting.
seems to have used
But I
it.
don't get paid for this shit. Got some more royal jelly that's just chilling out here.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. A lantern. Nothing special.
Oh man, was this guy like just drunk when he recorded this stuff?
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Like he's slurring words like crazy. Find a clue. Examine the letters one at a time. Difficulty 3. So see it in the bottom left there. It'll use up 3 of my little dillies. I don't really understand why we couldn't just look at them
Let's look.
before, anyways. 2, Mr. Carl Corey. So maybe if I use that, it pulls out the relevant one. Is that it, or am I just gonna miss something? I guess we can test. The envelope has.
A letter written in an Oriental language.
I know that language. I don't know
I
that
haven't the
language.
slightest idea what it says.
Okay, interesting.
The address is in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
That reminds me. It's about time the Order sent some envoys there.
Yeah, that's important.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Why are you looking at their addresses? Jeepers.
This envelope is meant for the Vatican. This name sounds familiar. Pashi. No. Can't seem to place it.
Nah.
Probably a Dutchman.
A Dutchman.
Nope. Doesn't ring a bell. An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
Okay. So we're going to find a clue because this gave us nothing.
One of the letters is stamped with the seal of the Order.
Okay, so it was something I would have
Recognize
missed
your
otherwise.
handwriting anywhere, Mother.
But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to?
I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
What is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does that name sound so familiar? I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Like, tell me you guys heard that. Never. I never. So we have those little things, and I think if I do this, okay, fills that up. And I don't know if there's other ways to gain that, or if there's a reason not to save those up, but I know they said I can only have a limited amount of the royal jelly. So I'm just going to try to keep it pretty full, but not waste them, since it seems to fill 2 and I only have 1 slot available. Let's go see if we can break that into that gate now. Although, like, breaking and entering at this stage of the game seems a bit weird, but that's how these games go, right?
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Okay.
There we are.
That's because we went down the detective path that we had that option.
This looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed.
It doesn't help.
Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
It doesn't help that not only does he have this kind of like really whiny, like slurry voice, but the whole thing is him tracking down his mother, which, you know,
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
you would expect by someone with this voice. So maybe it's an accurate
This wharf is
representation
used
of
as
what this guy
storage
would
for a
sound
lot of
like.
barrels.
That doesn't mean I want to stand here. I read stand right there. That's why. That doesn't mean I want to sit here and listen to it all the time, though.
What have we here? It's cannon powder. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. Apparently,
It's a
someone
waste.
on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear mother, and quickly too.
See, the writing's not helping him. I will give him that, dear mother. Dear mother. Amber fragments. You just found an amber fragment. Each time you pick up 4 of them, you increase your maximum effort points by 1.
A fragment of amber.
A fragment of amber. Wowie. Alright, let's use this royal jelly to fill that back up. And that we might find out that it's wasteful to do. I wonder if, like, how often you can come back to these things.
A wooden floorboard. Judging by the splinters of the wood, this floorboard has been ripped up. Yet it was in decent condition. I wonder why someone ripped it up. What's the point of doing this?
Wait, is this
Judging by
going to
the
repeat
splinters
it?
of the wood, this floorboard has been ripped up.
Okay, that's weird. It hasn't
It
done
was in
that
decent
thing
condition.
before, and it can't. Seemingly, I
wonder why
can't
someone
skip
ripped it
any
up. What's
dialogue.
the point of doing this? Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The
Probably.
wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed. Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
This is not right about this floorboard. We can rip up the floorboard, but we still have our trusty iron bar, so we don't have to expend those points to do this.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside.
That
There's a
does it.
book and also a bag.
A book in a bag.
The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book
This is
well.
Mom's bag.
Mother
book.
used to read passages from it to
Mother.
me all the time.
And judging
Oh,
from what I can
Mother.
see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Mother. Mother, 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 mother. Manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. At the start of each quest, you can choose what to read and gain permanent skill points. At the start of each quest.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder.
This is from the barrel
The bottom
from
of the
earlier.
bag is covered in black powder.
Right?
And judging by its consistency, it's the same type of powder that I
That's
found
cool.
earlier.
They make that
This
connection.
just gets better and better.
See, I like the mechanics in this game, but I mean, oh my god, this dude.
Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. The bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days.
Based on the smell, I guess how ripe they are. How
Shit, those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume.
Oh, I know her
Piece
perfume
of
well.
Some oils and her powder puff. But what does all this mean?
She loves that old powder puff. And I mean loves it.
An iron key completely rusted.
Oh, probably I could have opened that gate with the key
You never know. It
instead
might
of
be
expending
useful.
my
I
points.
hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Although, I don't know.
Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her.
You know, I probably didn't want to take that bag, actually. She probably needs it or something. Like,
So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of a wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd. So very odd. And that's not even all
so
I've
very
noticed.
odd. So very
Well,
odd.
maybe I ought to move on to the manor now. They'll be waiting for me. At least I hope so.
I wonder if it would stop me from going up here.
A Latin inscription. Annesis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus vergatur.
I thought I saw a little dot pop up over here, but maybe not. When I was running. Maybe not. Okay. Go up to the manor. Okay, now the game should begin.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
At least loading times are fast. Am I right? Am I right?
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Rice, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance.
Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontations. During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Okay, that's good to know that it will tell me like the super important ones. And it, like, say confrontation start. Sure.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear
3
that in mind.
blunders left.
I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived?
Wait, I didn't
yet?
do that. I don't know if we trust this guy, right? Like, if she wanted to get in touch, she seems like she's capable, so we'll
Listen, trust me, sir, and give me the letter. I'll take care of everything.
I appreciate your devotion, my son, but no thank you. Being hasty, very rarely so.
Oh, I see.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church.
So wait, I'm not going to be able to get the letter now?
It's invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
Or do we get another chance?
Only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is commendable. But as we work together on a daily basis, it is surely just an oversight.
Most certainly.
Okay, we do
You
get...
said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Why would you not know? Oh, I don't think we should tell him this stuff.
If you know my mother, you will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected
do we
nothing
do that,
less
right?
from you.
Like, there's no way you
Discretion
tell him that.
And secrecy are both pillars of the organizations for which we work.
Okay.
You are the worthy son of Sarah.
all the same, it bothers me to see
I
you
like
quandary
that they
your
tried to
eminence.
trick you there.
Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her
He's
in
got a
person.
tattoo on the palm
that
of his
has
hand.
always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
It depends on what it contains. Yes, I'll give it to her and find her. Okay, it said don't hesitate to use these. And also this makes sense to say, so I'll go with it.
Only you know that, Your Eminence. If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I can keep a secret, I would answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
If only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help.
So now I think we can't fail
Listen
because it
to
says
me,
2
child.
blunders left. And it
If
looks
I
like there's
give you
only
the
one
letter, can you promise
thing
me
left.
before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
confrontation last step. For the last step of a confrontation, you must convince the person you're talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or you have no blunders left. Okay, this was just what I was questioning, so good job, tutorial. So even though there's only 1 step and 2 blunders left, it's giving me 2 chances to get the right answer. The question is, like, this is something I struggle with in these games, is I don't really... Like, obviously we can tell them yes and then just read it. Which I guess we should do, thinking about it. Like, there's no... what we don't know is, like, the moral... What we don't know is what the game's going to restrict you to at this point. Like in other games, like I think Mass Effect and that type of stuff, it will tell you... You would get 2 choices, like yes, and then in parentheses it will say lie and yes. And if you just choose yes, they reward you points based off of that, and you can't then go back on that. Whereas if you use yes, lie, any case. Since we have two choices, I'm gonna go with this.
So it's not through a lack of goodwill, but I'd rather swear by something else.
Ah, I beg your pardon?
I mean, to be honest with you, and for my promise to keep all its value, I assure you, it would be better if I didn't swear before God. I shall swear upon my mother's life, if you prefer.
Are you aware of the enormity of what you just said to me, young man?
I want to keep going with it, but I don't think
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret.
Good.
Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
I mean, if it's just a list of names, I guess he could be lying. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventures, so do not hesitate to look for them. Alright guys, we'll end it here. I'm enjoying this. I mean, despite the poor voice acting, step 1, switching to the controller, helps a ton with the clunkiness of this game. It makes it run a lot better, which, I mean, I guess maybe it was designed for consoles, but Jesus Christ, guys, it's not that mouse and keyboard is not that difficult. But so many developers seem to have issues with it. But in any case, I'm enjoying this. I'll be back to it. I think once you get sort of wrapped up in the story, you notice the voice acting a little less potentially. But it can still, and it's kind of fun to make fun of the stupid slurring that he's doing. Which is not a character trait, it's just the dude. In any case, see you guys later. Bye.